Hi everyone, I am pleased to have you back on the channel. My name is Kemi Umurube, in case you are new here, and this is Kema Freak. Here I share sewing tutorials, fashion business tips, DIYs every once in a while, and I'm happy you're here, guys. So I happen to have managed to build a community online. We have a fashion tutorial group of over 145,000 members, and we have this YouTube channel with about 30,000 subscribers. I also have quite a number of Instagram followers, but these two channels, Facebook and YouTube, constitute a large volume of my online community. And I have often had people send messages wanting to know how they can get started with creating a community online, and this video right here is an answer to that question. I am a fashion teacher and a fashion designer, and creating a community as a fashion designer, it is slightly different from creating a community as a fashion teacher. So let's hope this video helps you to build an online community starting today. I will start by telling you the reasons why you even need to create an online community in the first place. One, as a fashion teacher, you need your students, right? Building an online community can help you attract the type of students you want. For instance, we have a running fashion designing school here, Kemafric Fashion Academy, located in Benin City. So in case you're in Benin City, make sure you pay us a visit, okay? Over 80% of the students that comes for our fashion designing training met us online, okay, from either searching on Google or from our social media pages. We also have online classes that students all around the world can access. So building an online community can help you create the audience for the work you do, which is teaching fashion designing, right? That's where you can get to do what you love remotely. So that is a huge advantage. Another huge gain you can get from building an online community is you get to earn money. Yes, many of us try to trivialize any money or just passion. Your passion will die if there's nothing to fund it. Many people even work from home these days, teaching fashion designing through paid courses, through content creation, through advertising, physical training, through your online platforms and all that. And they earn money, guys. We earn money. So that is a huge reason to consider if you're looking for a way to earn some extra cash, or it can even become your main source of income. Yes. The third reason why you may want to build an online community is to make impact. So if you are purposeful for, hey Jesus, noise, guys, story of my life. That's all crazy. Another reason, you get to help people and make impact in the life of other people. If you're a purposeful person like myself and you like to help people realize their dream, you like to have a voice and influence people, building an online community is the best way to go about that. Because with your physical space, you may be limited by funds, you may be limited by time. Sorry, even with online community, you're somehow still limited by time, but you can find your way around that. So many things can be automated and your time can actually work for you. But yeah, fund and all that, you need minimal fund to start up a community online, and that way you have people that will be willing to listen to your voice, and you have an opportunity to be an impactful individual, to share what you have, your passion, your dreams, your process, and that way you are helping other people realize their dreams, you are helping other people do same for others. So it's like a chain reaction. You open the eyes of other people to the opportunities, and they go ahead to do the same thing for other people. In fact, that's one of the reasons that transcends the immediate gain and your physical environment and all of that. It's heavenly. Another reason, which I have mentioned slightly earlier on, is that you get to overcome limitation that your physical space. Now I won't go too deeply into it any longer because I have mentioned it earlier on. So probably you live in a remote area, probably you travel to a strange country. For instance, there are some people that relocate to India, and maybe the sense of fashion there is slightly different, and you can't exactly design what they make, or you just have some limitation with your environment. An online community will help you overcome that, so you don't have to stop a business because you moved to your village or you moved to another country. You can easily still tutor, you can still teach students online. Now let's move on to one of the major T's of this video, which is how to build the community. Okay, one, before you even start building, you have to consider what you're passionate about, what triggers your dada. Whatever you fancy, you're passionate about it, you don't mind even doing it without being paid. Your passion for it transcends the immediate gain. So once you find that niche in fashion designing, it can be, okay, I just want to start creating ball dresses and I want to build a community of people that want to learn how to make ball dresses. Or you can say, okay, I want to specialize in making corsets because I want to help a lot of people learn how to make corsets. Or you can say, okay, I want to specialize in mentoring people. I have a business and I want to be able to pass the information and my experience onto some other persons, and that is the reason I want to build an online community. Or it may be, okay, even as a fashion designer, it's still very much important that, okay, I like making women look good and I want to build a community of people that want to look good, that prioritize what they wear. So whatever your reason is, let it be something you're passionate about and you don't mind doing it for free. Very important. Yes, it can burn you out if you never get paid, but okay, we get onto the timing later on, but these things, they take a process, it takes some time. It has to be something you love. So aside from it being what you love, it has to be what your audience need. So you need to create a balance between what you love, what you're passionate about, and what your audience or what the people need. Okay, you can't be so passionate about something that the people around you don't need. You may get burnt out by the responses, by the attention you get, by the number of people willing to hop onto your platform and all that. So just find a way to bridge that gap between what you love and what people need. Okay, the people you're able to communicate with online, what exactly do they need? So put a balance in there. Secondly, be ready to work, be ready to stay committed, and be ready to impart. I was saying earlier on that it has to be something you love enough not to be bothered about the pay. That's where service comes in. You have to give and give and give and give and be happy while you are giving. You have to be willing to share your knowledge. For instance, people do paper illustration. By the way, I have a video on this channel on how you can create mini paper illustration. Guys, for Facebook, for instance, that's one of the best ways to build a Facebook community. Just make those little paper illustration in pictorial format, edit it, put description of what you're doing, and then put it up on groups. Put a link to your own group, and then you have floods of people coming. There was a time we're getting over 1,000 requests per day on our tutorial group. So it's something you're passionate about, fine, but be ready to put in the work and to give. Don't be stingy with information. When you are learning, have it in mind that, okay, I want to now teach what I have learned. Don't say, no, I want to hold this knowledge, this thing, I don't want many people to know it because I should be able to make money. This is an advantage to me. Yes, I know there are business secrets, okay, but as much as you can, guys, okay, be ready to serve others. The heart of service is a very important factor when you're building an online community. But you can look at building email lists as the way forward. Okay, that's the next stage, the next developmental stage, where you get people's email address, you create ebooks or something to attract people so that they can drop their email address, and in the future you can communicate to them. Okay, you can give value to them and probably end from giving value later on. But yes, email list is a thing, and it should be where, if you're already building an online community now through other means, you should start looking at building an email list as a very viable option, futuristic as well. Aside from that, one of the major ways you can build an online community right now is through your social media platform, which is what I currently do. So decide on the platform you want. There are so many platforms these days, but the major ones, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, and then we have TikTok. Decide on one or two that you want to focus on so that you won't get exhausted trying to do too much across platform. Guys, I know I'm dropping a lot of links in the description box, but there is a video where I shared everything social media and fashion designing related. You may want to check it out. I'll drop it in the description box, and if I remember, I'll drop it above. If I don't remember, please somebody should remind me in the comment section. I will definitely see your comments and I will respond to that. Okay, for teaching, I advise two platforms. I advise you build a community on Facebook. If you're into video content creation, you should look at creating on YouTube as well. So Facebook community building is kind of easy, if I may say so. I don't know how it is for other people, but I see it as one of the easiest way to get a large volume of people. Now, talking about the engagement and all that, yeah, I think it's fair actually. It is easy to build an online community on Facebook. Create your Facebook page, create a Facebook group where you teach, okay? Don't start by worrying about the volume of people in the group. You may have less than 100, but start something up. People are going to share your content, and even whenever you put up such content, share it across platforms and across groups. Okay, sewing groups, there are so many sewing groups on Facebook, guys, and just put out your content to those groups. If I push it to Kemafric fashion tutorials on Facebook, I will approve it if it's fashion designing related. Okay, and like I said, for video content creation, the best platform in my opinion is YouTube. YouTube is more like a business in its own, so you're not just doing it for free, you are creating it and then your consumers are consuming it for free, but then you get paid because of the way the system is already arranged to reward creators, okay, through adverts and all that. And other things may crop up in the future, like you may get sponsored by brands to promote particular products or machines or a particular course, and you may start building your influencer status small because you have a group of people that listens to you, that you share your mind with, and you know that may open up more doors than you have ever imagined. So these days we have TikTok, and TikTokers create short engaging videos. So if you want to go into TikTok, be ready to create short videos, short description of a process. That's if you're teaching fashion designing. Now it's a completely different game for those designing, not teaching, those designing ready to wear and even bespoke. For display mainly, you need it for display and advertisements and all that. But if you are teaching, you may want to create short, concise, brief and highly engaging videos that can catch people's attention. And news has it that it's actually easy to build a community on TikTok because the number rises fast and they recommend your videos to people that are not even following you. So having decided on the platform you want to build, you can then start creating value. If you're not creating value on these platforms, even people that come in, they are going to go, and it will be so difficult for you to even get people to key into that vision, to join your platform. Be sure that what you're creating is valuable, it is needed, and it is as clear as possible. If you are creating video, invest in things that can help you, make your videos better and for your videos to stand out, to be eye-catchy. I'm kind of very invested in developing the quality of what I put out. Keep grooming yourself, keep learning things that will help you create whatever content you're creating, and do it better because there are so many people doing the same thing. What's going to make you stand out? Why will I choose to follow you or listen to you when some other persons are doing it better? That's not to say you are competing with everybody, and trust me, just compete with yourself and make sure that you keep getting better, you keep grooming yourself to be better, and gradually people will be attracted to your community. However, when building an online community, there are some things you must be aware of so that you're not giving much more than you can afford. You don't have to start having mental stress. Just some things you need to take note of while you are trying to build an online community. Let's get onto that. One is just know that it is not a day's job. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not boom, I enter Facebook now, this is my course, who wants to buy, who is ready to buy, this is my course. Nobody will answer you, because at that stage they don't know you enough to buy from you. It takes a long process. It takes loads of patience. It takes your commitment, and very importantly, your consistency. So be ready to patiently do this. If you have like a 9 to 5 job, or you have a business that is running physically that can sustain you through the process, please don't let go of such to say, okay, I want to start building online community again, I have arrived. Okay, now nobody will answer you, and you may get disappointed at the response you will get from people. It takes time for people to accept you. You need to take your community members through a process. They have to know you and then trust you. Okay, there's time to build trust enough for them to pay you if your aim is to make money. Okay, yes, it is not a day's job. It takes time, it takes patience. Secondly, note that you don't have to be any other person. You are enough, you are sufficient. Okay, many of us have imposter syndrome, and we are thinking, oh God, am I not a scam? Do I even deserve this attention I'm getting? Like, these people trust me so much, why do they trust me? Question yourself. Guys, you are enough. What you bring to the table is enough. There's a high temptation to want to do what other people do online, because the platform is just so wide, so many people, and sometimes people you don't even know, they start affecting you. It's psychological. You start being conscious of what you put up, what you don't put up, and what will they say. They don't know you, you don't know them. Okay, they are there in the virtual space, they are doing their thing. I mean, those people doing similar job to what you're doing, other fashion teachers and all that. You don't have to be like them. Introduce yourself to us. We want to know you for you. Being you is what makes you unique, and other people can see through your insincerity, and they can see it when you are not yourself. They can see it when you are trying to be somebody else. Maybe you are trying to speak in a posh way just so you appear, posh, or you're trying to show us what you don't have, like you want to live the big girl's life. You want to show us what you actually can't afford. Guys, all of those things lead to frustration, and you may not be able to even sustain that. Guys, calm down, be yourself. It is way easier to grow being yourself than it is for you to grow being somebody else. So take note of that. Also, people can tell if it's money that motivates you, like you don't care about them. People buy from you because they trust you and they think you have their best interests at heart. So if you put money forward before any other thing, it may be hard to convince people that, okay, I'm actually concerned about you, I'm actually invested in your growth as well. So yeah, we know that you need the money to keep the community or keep yourself, but don't let it be at the forefront of what you do. Again, consistency is key. I know this sounds cliche and you've probably heard it 1001 time already, but that is the truth. For you to build an online community, you have to be consistent. Like, be ready to commit yourself to putting up posts, valuable content every now and then, multiple times in a day if possible, but at least once in a day. Be ready to share a bit of yourself, whatever you are learning or whatever is happening around you. It may not even be you teaching, it may be you showing us behind the scene, or you telling us how you achieved something, or even telling us a story about your experience being a fashion designer or a fashion teacher. And trust me, you are showing up, people are seeing it, even when your engagement is not, I'm talking about social media now, even when engagement is not high or all of that, as long as you keep doing it consistently, it will end up yielding results for you. Just don't give up when you are not seeing the immediate gain. It's as if people are not liking your comment, or people are not commenting on all of that. Guys, if you are in, be in. Okay, be ready to do this consistently. Another thing you should note is that there is the possibility of you feeling drained sometimes. Take breaks, guys. Go and add to the knowledge you have, because most times you're invested in the growth of those in your community. You are learning and teaching them, or maybe creating courses. At some point you may feel like you have exhausted what you know. Don't even let it get to that point. Along the line, take breaks in between, learn new things so that you can keep being valuable. because a lot of people, they are self-centered, guys. See, I'm saying it as it is, okay? I love my community, but I know that many people in there are there for themselves. In fact, recently I received a comment from someone complaining about us not responding to her comment. But guys, I get so many comments. Sometimes I put up a post with a link to a video where I explain the process, and the person is asking me, how can I get the video? So, I don't used to know what to say. I get confused, like, this is the video. Okay, so sometimes you get so many comments, so many questions from people, and in as much as you are trying your best, you're not Messiah. Don't get drained by such, guys. So take out time, keep learning, so that you don't exhaust yourself, you don't get drained from giving all the information you have. Okay, another very important point is that you must know what to monetize and what not to monetize, and also how to use valuable offers, free valuable offers, to attract people to your paid courses. So if you're not familiar with the term free valuable offers, they are courses or ebooks or products that are designed to help people get a glimpse of the complete picture. Okay, let's say I launch a corset class and I now say, okay, I'm inviting you to this free class where I want to teach you bust caging, and at the end of the class and I said, okay, now this is a part of the big picture. Okay, I have a corset class that will teach you how to create the patterns, how to sew it, complete process and all of that. That is a free valuable offer. It is valuable in that your audience needs it, they like it, they are getting value from it. Okay, but they can get much more value by paying for your courses. So you must know how to use free valuable offers to draw people. For instance, I don't know if you have seen some free stuffs online where you have, okay, this is a free ebook, I want you to just drop your email and I will send this ebook to you. So that is a free valuable offer. Most likely you submit your email, they send you the ebook, and then that's you subscribing to their email list. Subsequently, you're going to get messages from same platform or same website or same persons, telling you other things, gradually taking you through a journey. And at the end of the day, one day you're going to see an email telling you they have a course, they have a mentorship program and all of that. Because you have submitted your email, they have access to you. So that is a free valuable offer. Know how to use a free valuable offer to attract people to your main dish. Another thing you must be aware of is that it is necessary for you to delegate as you grow. Initially, many of us, especially content creators, you start up alone, you are the cameraman, you are whatever you are doing. Most times you start alone. Even if you're sewing in-house, sometimes you start alone. In building an online community as well, you can start alone. Okay, you can be the one taking the pictures, you can be the one creating the post, you can be the one editing and putting it up. But as your community grows, and especially as you start earning enough to pay other people, don't be scared and now say, okay, no, I still want this fund for myself. We sell courses, but I want this fund to just be the business. Trust me, you're going to burn yourself out. Employ people when you need to handle some part of the business. For instance, as I was setting up this camera, I got exhausted. I got exhausted trying to shift table, trying to set up the camera, and doing a lot of this by myself. I know that I need somebody, an in-studio person that will be moving things around, especially for tutorials, guys. So things like that, at some point you may realize that you have enough fund to pay other people, and that's one way to also impact people. You are creating employment for other people. So once you get to that point, recognize that stage, because if you start getting too tired, too frustrated, too busy to do some things, too busy to learn, too busy to create content, you need to bring other people on board. It may even be you taking an intern that wants to learn for free why they do these things for you. It's a very good idea. I wanted to say it's not a bad idea, but it's actually an excellent idea. So delegation can keep you going, expand your business much more than you can do that on your own. So some of the people you may need to bring on board to handle your community, emphasis on when you can afford to pay such persons. Okay, emphasis on that, because you are not going to work for free so that you can build a community. Many people may not understand your passion even. Yeah, so make sure that you can afford it before you move on to that stage of community building. Yes, I was saying people you need to you may need along the line may need a personal assistant or an in-studio person, depending on what you're doing. Anyway, a personal assistant can cover, and note that you may actually need to train these people before they are able to do some of the things you do, and your way may just be different, so be ready to groom people in that light. You may need a personal assistant, you may need an editor to edit if you're into video creation, or even your pictures as well. You may need somebody to handle that part, and that can just take a whole lot of headache from you. There was a time I had somebody editing, and it was such a relief. I'm currently looking forward. Anyways, shit happens sometimes that you have to still do a whole lot by yourself. So you may need a social media manager if you are into social media stuff. You are building a community on social media platforms. I get loads of messages per day, and for things like that, having someone that can respond to them so that your audience don't feel abandoned. At the same time, you are not wearing yourself up. You see some very popular fashion designers or fashion teachers that you see they like so many people's posts, and you're wondering, are these people online all the time? They are not online. They have social media managers, some of them virtual social media managers, and some the physical social media managers. You may even be wondering, how does this person manage to do this much every day? This person is so hardworking. Yes, they're hardworking, no dispute about that. But then that comment you're seeing, it's not necessarily the person you are looking up to that is putting up the comment. It may actually just be their assistants, okay, their social media managers handling all of that. So be careful before you compare your hustle with another person's hustle. It may just be at different stages in your business. Instead, let what is happening motivate you to create structure around your business, motivate you to be a better fashion teacher in general. Know that it is very, very okay to start alone. It is okay to start small. Sometimes if you are even alone and you are controlling your finances and your time and all that, you may even earn much more than the people you are looking up to that have so many people working with them. Sometimes bulk of what they make is channeled into paying salaries, setting up the big studio and all that. So know when to move to that stage. Make sure that it is still profitable. What I'm saying is, it is okay if you can't afford a lot of the things you need, and just be committed and keep doing what you're doing with dedication. So I'm sure you can get there, and you can even go beyond there. So I hope that this video has been helpful in some ways, and I'm somehow hoping here that it is not too long. But anyways, if you watch up to this extent, I assume that you gain one or two value. Let me know what you learned from this video in the comment section. That way I will also know those people that are actually watching my video, and whether I should even keep creating videos. What do you guys think? Should I stop? So once again, this is Kemafric. My name is Kemi Omorugbe. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.